Ever stop to think about the power of prayer? Like how it can change everything in our lives, in our families. Today, we're going to take you on an amazing journey to show you that prayer isn't just talking to God. It's like a tight hug that gives you strength, fills you with hope, and connects you with Him in a way that nothing else can. You know when your heart is heavy, full of problems, and it feels like no one understands? Prayer is the place where we can let it all out, without fear, without shame. And the coolest thing is that God is always there, ready to listen, to comfort, to guide. And it doesn't stop there. Prayer is also the glue that holds the family together, Like when everyone gets together to pray, it's like we create a shield of protection, of love that protects us from everything bad. And we're going to show you incredible stories of people who, through prayer, transform their lives and their families. So if you're looking for peace, strength, unity in your family, stay with us. We're going to show you how prayer can be the key to all that and so much more. Get your heart ready, because this journey is going to be emotional. But first, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because the next videos will be a series of content that will help you strengthen your faith even more and bless your life. Let's go then to our first stop on this journey of faith. Let's meet Anna, a strong woman, but with an emptiness in her heart. You know, that emptiness that only a child can fill? Anna really wanted to be a mother, but life wasn't cooperating. It was a sadness that she carried day after day, year after year. But Anna wasn't one to give up easily, no. She had a faith that could move mountains, literally. Just imagine the scene. Anna, with a heavy heart, goes to the temple. It wasn't for a stroll. No, it was to have a serious conversation with God. And it wasn't just any conversation, you see. It was one of those heart-to-hearts, with tears rolling down, with her soul laid bare. Anna poured out all her pain, all her hope. And you know what she did? She made a promise to God. She said, "Lord, if you give me a son, I promise he will be dedicated to your service." It was as if she was saying, "God, I know you can perform miracles, and I'm here, surrendering myself completely. If you bless me with a son, he will be yours forever." And then, what happened? God heard Anna's prayer. He heard every tear, every sigh. And you know what's most beautiful? God not only heard, but He answered. Anna got pregnant and had a son, whom she named Samuel. And she kept her promise, you see. She took Samuel to the temple to serve God. Anna's story is an example for us, right? It shows us that persistent prayer, the kind that comes from the bottom of the heart, has enormous power. God cares about us, about our dreams, about our pains. And when we surrender to Him with faith and trust, He acts. Sometimes the answer takes a while, but God never forgets us. And when we least expect it, He surprises us with blessings we couldn't even imagine. If you're enjoying this content, hit the like button. It's really important, so YouTube keeps showing you our videos. And that way, we'll keep helping you. So go ahead and leave a like on this video. It's free, all right? Now let's jump in history and meet another incredible character, Jesus. He was the very Son of God, but even so, He felt the weight of our humanity. Imagine, He knew He was going to be arrested, tortured, and crucified. That was a burden too heavy for anyone, right? The night before it all happened, Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray. He took some friends with Him, but deep down, He was alone with His anguish. The Bible says He was so sad, that He sweat blood. Can you imagine the intensity of that? And it was there, in that moment of pain and loneliness, that Jesus surrendered to prayer. He spoke to God with an open heart, like a son speaks to his father. And you know what he asked for? Father, if it is possible, take this cup of suffering away from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done. Think about the strength of that prayer. Jesus was afraid. He was suffering, but he trusted God above all else. He knew that God's plan was bigger than his own pain. And even without understanding everything, he accepted the Father's will. This story teaches us a lot, doesn't it? Jesus, even being perfect, felt fear, felt pain. He shows us that it's normal to feel vulnerable sometimes. But prayer is our refuge, the place where we can be honest with God, pour out everything we're feeling. And even when we don't understand God's plans, we can trust that He knows what's best for us. Prayer gives us the strength to accept God's will, even when it hurts. And in the end, we discover that God's will is always the best for us. And to wrap things up, let's talk about family prayer. You know, we saw how prayer can transform a person's life, right? But imagine the power it has when the whole family comes together to pray. It's like we turn on a giant magnet that attracts all of God's blessings to our home. But hold on, family prayer isn't just about asking. No, it's much more than that. It's about giving thanks for the good things we have. It's about praising God for His greatness. It's about asking for forgiveness for our mistakes. And most importantly, it's about strengthening the bonds between parents and children, between siblings, between everyone who lives under the same roof. Imagine how cool. Everyone gathered, holding hands, talking to God. Each person can say what they're feeling, what they need. And you know what happens? We feel closer to each other, more understood, more loved. Family prayer creates an atmosphere of peace, of harmony, where everyone feels safe and protected. And it doesn't have to be anything complicated, you see. It can be a quick prayer before meals, a moment of reading the Bible together, and Our Father before bed. The important thing is to have this contact with God as a family, to let Him be part of our daily lives. And you know what's even cooler? When we pray as a family, we're building a blessed home. It's like we're planting little seeds of faith, of love, of hope that will grow and bear beautiful fruit. And even when things get tough out there, we have a safe harbor to return to, a place where we feel welcomed and loved. So how about starting today to cultivate this beautiful habit in your family? I'm sure you'll feel the difference. Family prayer is a gift from God to us, a way to strengthen our bonds and build a home where He reigns. We saw such moving stories, didn't we? Anna, with her unwavering faith, Jesus, surrendering everything into the Father's hands, and the strength of family prayer. You could feel the power of prayer in your heart, right? So don't forget, prayer is our direct channel to God. It's where we find strength, peace, hope, and build bonds that nothing can break. No matter what you're going through, God is always ready to listen to you, embrace you, and guide you. So let's put prayer into practice in your life, in your family. Start today. Make a sincere prayer. Open your heart to God and let Him surprise you. I'm sure you'll feel the difference, and your family will too. And don't forget to share this video with everyone. Let's spread this message of faith and hope around. And together, let's build a world where prayer is the foundation of every home, of every family. Thanks for being with us on this journey. God bless you, and see you next time. I invite you to click on this video that's appearing on the screen now. You'll like it. God bless.